Ooh. What's up, Internet? My name's David Webb.
I'm Ariel Edwards.
We get nerdy nightly.
And we thought we'd share it with you.
I love that I've been doing that dumb intro to our podcast and now this show for 5 months?
Yeah.
And you still laugh at it almost every time.
Because it just always goes on longer than I expect it to, and I'm like, okay, yeah,
But you don't talk next, so you can wait until David Webb.
That's true. I can just tune it out. I can just go on autopilot.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Nightly Morning Show here on twitch.tv/nerdynightly. If you're catching this later on our YouTube or podcast feed, we film this live in front of a not studio audience every weekday, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. So if you want to join us for the live taping, please consider coming over. Is a fun time.
Hey, it's great. It's great. Yeah. We have a lot of fun.
How are you feeling today?
Good. You know, I'm ready to be back and working. Yesterday was a bit of a interesting show.
I didn't watch it. What happened?
Didn't. Well, no. It was interesting. There was news, but there was not a lot of opinions on the news. And I cried.
Wait, you cried?
Yeah.
From what?
Ron's a very funny guy.
Oh, from laughter.
Yes.
I was like, did Ron Burgundy make you cry?
No.
Was he mean to you?
No.
Did he come on our show and be mean to you?
No.
That would be tragic. Yeah, y'all, if you missed yesterday's show, Ron Burgundy was here. That was wild, I've heard.
Yes.
People kept messaging me being like, David, why did you go for a walk? You should be sitting on the couch. There should be all three of you. It would have been great.
Yeah, no, there was just, this walk was very important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This walk that I definitely was allowed to go on because we're definitely not in quarantine. Yeah. Yesterday was a long day. We were on Twitch a lot. You streamed, I streamed, we all streamed for ice cream.
We had ice cream, yes.
We did have ice cream.
Oh God, I did not like that. Yeah, it was a long day.
That was a solid sea level joke.
Yeah. B or above.
I make you laugh, and then you say you don't like it, and that is our dynamic. Is I make you laugh, and then you're like, I didn't like that.
Yeah, I'm living up to my brand,
I didn't.
Okay, I don't do that, but that's fine.
I didn't like it.
Are you done?
Yeah. Y'all, before we get into the news, we do want to tell you that we hit our sub goal last month.
Yay!
Yeah, between the two channels, we raised 200 subs.
Yep.
We actually raised significantly more than that because y'all are mad lads. But the 200 goal meant that we are going to be doing a Twitch Sings before Twitch Sings goes away forever.
Yep.
When is that going to be?
So we've scheduled that for next Sunday.
December 13th.
The 13th?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to aim for a 4 o'clock start.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so that it's earlier for some people and then it's on a weekend for people that work in the same time zone as us. So we're trying to make sure that as many people can attend it as possible. Yeah,
so no Star Wars Sunday. We will be doing a Twitch Sings instead.
Yeah, but we can definitely sing The Saga Begins. Just for
Is that on?
No, but American Pie is. So you
can just do the lyrics.
Yeah. That's,
all right, well, I'm going to leave that one to you because you can learn that.
I already know it. I don't need to learn it.
But I hope that you guys will join us for that. It's going to be a fun stream. I'm excited to do a Twitch Sings.
Yeah.
I'm excited to spend hours trying to figure out what audio settings are going to work for that. So that is my life at some point in the next 2 weeks.
That's we have to download that. It's going to be...
Right, we have to download it.
Yeah.
I need to go through that list and make sure that I know enough songs.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I mean, Twitch Sings is honestly just chatting with songs in between.
Does Twitch Sings have the lyrics on your screen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That'll make things easier.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of songs that I can sing. I just don't know all the words.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm excited.
Dark Dispatch wants us to sing the Star Wars Imperial March.
I don't know if that's on Twitch Sings.
I doubt it because it's not. There's no lyrics or vocal part.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's not.
Yeah, that's a DMCA right there. That is, if anything is a DMCA, that is. You were saying yesterday that you were going through your VODs, and you found out that you had been DMCA, or you've been muted. Your VODs have been muted.
Yeah.
In a weird spot.
Yeah, so, I was going through my VODs yesterday because we're putting together, like, the Twitch clip compilation. I do know that song, Shin, so...
Oh, Bring Me to Life by Evanescence?
That's a bop.
It's a bop.
I'm going through my VODs, and I noticed that a bunch of them were muted. And it was, like, audio portion muted or something, and I was like, what? And I clicked on it. And, unfortunately, the beginning of a lot of my VODs... and stuff where I say hello and like greet everybody is muted because I have Skyrim running in the background and the Skyrim song is playing because the game is open.
Yeah, who would have thought that the Skyrim song would be like not like that Skyrim of all things would be a DMCA strike?
Yeah, you would think that the Skyrim music is not going to be a problem.
That super creative song where it goes ha! Ha!
Yeah, that's the one.
They nailed it. It's great. I'm kidding. The Skyrim song is iconic. I totally get that. It's just so weird to me that is one of the things that's getting the game's music that's getting pulled.
Yeah, like especially because it's not like it's Cyberpunk that like they use a like real world like radio song that's in the game. It's literally the theme song of the game.
Well, I wonder, because we were talking about the DMCA stuff, and we were talking about how in a past show, sometimes games don't make their own music; they license songs out. So they find a song that is. They find someone who's like made a song that sounds right for their world, and they just license that. Yeah. So I almost wonder if the Skyrim theme wasn't made in house, but it was like brought in because they were like, "That's the sound we need."
Maybe.
Like, I just don't know. It's just very curious to me that song seems to trigger the DMCAs.
Yeah.
But it also makes me think that, like, what if Twitch is just auto-muting anything that sounds like music?
Yeah.
Which
I don't really understand.
There's no reason in having VODs, Twitch.
Yeah. Like,
delete
them. Get rid of them.
Just get rid of them. Let Twitch streamers give us the option to record them, which we already have.
Yeah.
But, like, delete the VODs. There's no reason to have them.
Yeah, it's very confusing. I was kind of like disappointed, but whatever. I don't know if people will go back and watch my VODs anyway, so it's not like a huge deal. It was just kind of like frustrating to see. But we did get an email from Twitch the other day that they have a new program in beta for music that you can stream.
Yeah.
So they've compiled a like curated library of songs that can be used. And you will avoid DMCA strikes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Here's the thing that I read about that, is that the RIAA, the Recording Industry Artists Alliance, I keep saying that's what that means, and I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure it's that.
Yeah.
The ones who are pulling all these DMCA strikes on Twitch. They've come out and said that not all the songs on that list are properly licensed yet. So
great.
That's why it is in beta, because it is not yet correct.
Great. I love that.
Well done, Twitch.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Before we get off the subject of Twitch and we talk about the news, I do want to say
big oof.
One thing that I think that Twitch could really fix in a big way is the clips. Clips right now are a vital part of streaming. They really are. Like, growing without clips would be a lot harder. However, my clips page is a mess.
Yeah.
It is a mess.
Yeah.
Finding anything in the clips page is awful.
Yeah.
And so there's a reason that, like, no one goes to watch people's clips. And it's because like we have to like almost curate our clips ourselves.
Yeah. So what seems to happen is like sometimes somebody will maybe accidentally clip the clip button and it'll just clip a random 30 seconds of the stream.
Literally.
And you're like what? Like
the number of clips I have of like that I've deleted that are just like my be right back screen.
Yeah.
Is so bizarre.
Yeah.
Like it's really, really weird. For me, like what I would love to see Twitch implement, if I could, and like part of this is kind of just like doing what YouTube does a little bit, but I would love to see Twitch implement some sort of way for the streamer to be able to put clips into folders.
Yeah.
So that, like, if you go to a streamer,
organize.
you could, like, have, like, if you go to a streamer's clip page, it would be essentially, instead of just being a list of clips, it would be, like, folders that are, like, emotional moments, funny moments, jump scares, thank you for the biddies, and you streaming. That way, like, if someone wants to come see my clips, they could find what they're looking for. Because right now, the clips don't really have... The clips page doesn't have any way for it to be a user experience.
Yeah, right now it's just there and there's no effort put in. And, you know, like Twitch and YouTube, for example, are direct competitors. Mm-hmm. And if Twitch wants to compete, it needs to step up their game. Because, you know, like there are things that YouTube does better. And I think that, like, we love Twitch.
Yeah, we do.
We do. But, like, you know...
We're on it every day of the week.
Yeah. But there's things that, like can be done to improve and make the experience better for, like, streamers and viewers alike. And I think that definitely fixing the clips portion of the website is one of them.
Well, I think if Twitch wants to get through this whole DMCA crisis, one of the other things that needs to happen is they need to make discoverability an option on this platform.
Yeah.
And just having that one little recommended on the side of the homepage isn't enough.
Yeah, it's tough. It hardly does anything. Like, I have had, like, over a year of streaming, I have had, like, a very small handful of people who are like, I saw you on the recommendeds. Mm-hmm. Like, very, very minimal.
My favorite is when people pop in and the first thing they say is, hey, why are you on my recommended? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't pay to be there.
Yeah.
Hey, why are you on my recommended?
Yeah.
What did you do to get on my recommended page?
You're like, I don't know. I don't understand how Twitch works. Like,
no one does. I don't think Twitch knows how Twitch works. We're all figuring it out together.
This is true. Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Let's get into some news, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You guys, we have a title story today that almost brought me to tears. I almost teared up over this. Mm-hmm. And it's just because of the year we're having.
Yeah.
But it is official. Wonder Woman 1984 tickets are actually on sale.
Yeah.
They're on sale right now. You can go and you can buy tickets to a movie that is coming out.
Yes.
And it's been a long year.
Yes.
It has been a
really long decade.
year. And I've been missing going to the theater. For me, going to the theater is my, like, alone time often. It's my therapy in a way.
Yeah.
When I'm having a bad day, my thing to do is to go watch a movie by myself in a theater, get some popcorn, just sit down and relax. Yeah. And to not have had that for so long has been really, really, it's been weird. It's been really, really weird. Yeah. So just seeing that this has come back, and that it is going to be there, you know, and we're going to be there. Whatever we have to do to go see Wonder Woman, we're going to make it happen.
We'll drive an hour and a half out of the city.
Well, yeah, because we're probably going to have to go to Barrie or something like that. But,
yeah. Wait, what day is it coming out again?
Christmas Day.
It is actually coming out on Christmas.
Wonder Woman and Monster Hunter are both coming out on Christmas Day. And one of those movies is going to make some money. And one of those movies is hopefully going to make some money. We'll see. Yeah. I have a feeling Monster Hunter is going to do really well overseas.
Yeah, I don't know about here.
No.
But they'll definitely make some money.
Yeah. I think the Monster Hunter is going to be bolstered by the fact that the games really do have a following internationally. Mm-hmm. And maybe Monster Hunter World turned things around for them in Canada, the United States. Yeah. But I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I mean, chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that Monster Hunter World was fairly popular when it came out. Like, people really enjoyed it. And so maybe that's enough for them to get butts in seats.
I'm hopeful for both films because they're both franchises that I love. Mm-hmm. And I'm very excited for this Wonder Woman movie. Yeah. It's going to be very long awaited.
Yes. Yes, it is.
But Warner Brothers is saying that they... well, not Warner Brothers officially, but the sources in Warner Brothers, according to a variety of outlets, mm-hmm. are saying that Warner Brothers knows they're going to lose money on this. They know they're
Wonder
losing
Woman.
money on Wonder Woman, but they feel like if they keep pushing it back, the movie, by the time it'll come out, will feel stale.
Yeah.
And so even if they wait until movie theaters are open, they're not guaranteed to have a successful launch that way.
Yeah.
So why not boost HBO Max and put it out into their service and hope to get a bunch of new subscribers?
Yep, I totally understand that. If you wait too long for something, there's just other things instead. Like, humans don't have very long attention spans, I have found, Yeah. Like, if it keeps getting pushed back, there's going to be a new thing that's going to take that spot in your brain, and Wonder Woman's going to be like that, oh yeah, thing.
Well, it's kind of tough, right? Because there's a point where they can't put out any more promotional material.
Yeah.
Because at this point, we're already seeing they're trying not to put out any new shots of the movie to not spoil anything.
Yeah.
But they also want to put out new promotional material because it's hard. It is hard to not be promoting their film, but they've given us so many trailers, so many TV spots for so many different release dates that they've backed themselves into this very odd corner.
Yeah.
And they are it didn't really. They don't have a lot of runway, I guess, to promote left.
Yeah.
So they're I get it. If I was them, I'd be like, let's put this out. We'll make money on the next one.
Yeah.
Let's just get this out on Christmas. We'll be the movie that brought Christmas spirit. You know what I mean? Like, we'll market it as the, like, hope of the future of the box office returning.
Well, and we're definitely gonna go see it on Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're still doing our morning show.
Maybe not on Christmas. Maybe Christmas Eve. If we can.
Right. Yeah.
But we'll see it, or we'll see it the day after Christmas. Whatever. It's really, let's be honest. We say that, but we don't know. We don't know what's going to be open.
That's true.
Because honestly, there might not be a way for us to see it close to us. So we will do our best to see the movie.
Yeah. We'll just go for like a 4-hour drive. No, we'll drive 5 hours to Montreal.
Montreal. And go see it in French.
Yeah.
Ah, bonjour, Mrs. Wonder Woman.
I can't. No.
Are movies in Quebec in Canadian French? Do they do a different dub than the French? Because that would be hilarious. I would love to see like a Canadian French dub of Finding Nemo. It's the only movie I've seen in French recently.
Okay.
Yeah. I was on a bus and Finding Nemo was on in French. I don't remember why.
I don't know why either.
Yeah, I was like, this was when I was in school and I was still living in Canada.
So weird. Okay, interesting.
It was great. Finding Nemo, still good in French. Mm-hmm. They do a good enough... The thing about the Pixar movies is they do such a good job visually that you don't really need the dialogue to know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Potamsium said, you are ostensibly a news channel. Could you get a press pass and watch it December 23rd? I don't think we're big enough yet, Potamsium. But the goal is one day to be able to get stuff like that for Nerdy.
Yeah, that is the long-term goal, but we need I think we need to build up a bit more of a reputation first.
Absolutely. And we will because we are doing this every day.
Yes.
Whether by being a good show or by being the show that does it the most, we're going to get there.
Yeah. You're going to know us. We're going to make an impression.
Speaking of Gal Gadot from Wonder Woman, she is going to be starring in a new movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't actually have the name off the top of my head. But it is her new film that is going to be her female take on a James Bond film starring Gal Gadot. I believe it is called... Oh my gosh, where is it? I had it here. I had it prepared, you guys, and then it wasn't. Heart of Stone.
Oh.
Heart of Stone is the new...
My Heart of Stone.
Yes. That is a song from the musical 6, which should be on Broadway, but there is no Broadway.
Moving on.
Heart of Stone is the new female concept James Bond series.
Cool.
The first movie will star Gal Gadot. She'll probably star in all of them, if we're being honest.
Yeah, she's great.
She's great.
Mm-hmm.
She really is great.
Yeah.
She's great. How do you feel about about taking the spy genre and giving it to Gal Gadot? What do you think that she brings to a spy film?
Thank you. I think that Gal Gadot right now is such like a powerful icon and symbol. Like female badass empowerment, you know, like she really kind of represents that right now. And so having her at the forefront of this movie and this kind of take on James Bond, is that what it's described as?
I mean, it's essentially like if Mission Impossible or James Bond had a female lead, like how would that change the franchise?
Yeah, I think she's a fantastic choice for that.
Mm-hmm. I think that a lot of times when they try and do this, because there are a lot of female-led spy thrillers, but they tend to lean into aspects of, like, I'm trying to think of, like, the right way to say this, but, like, sometimes it leans into a weird aspect of her femininity.
Yes.
And, like, oh, it's a sexy person being a spy. And I'm hoping that this doesn't try and go down that same road. I'm hoping that there's kind of a stronger backbone to the film.
Yeah.
Because what was that movie? I can't remember what it's called. But there are, like, female-led spy movies, and I want her to have more agency and, like, more control of her own narrative.
Right.
Than the kind of, like, I just don't need any jokes of, like, oh my god, I was beat by a lady, or, like, any of that kind of stuff that we see in films like this, where you're like, yeah, no, she's a spy. Like, we don't need to constantly talk about the fact that she's a woman. Yeah.
I think that, like, I think it would be nice just to have her do all the things that, like, you know, Daniel Craig does, and it just be... Yeah. It just be what it is, and no one feels need to, like, comment on it, or...
Although, I guarantee you, there's going to be a bunch of bullcrap on Twitter afterwards. After this movie comes out, there's going to be a bunch of, like, dude bros on Twitter being like, she's too skinny to have the strength to be able to pull off that move. I guarantee it. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm going to read that comment and be like, ban, unfollow, like... mute, whatever it is, so that I never see her name again.
I don't need this shit. You know, like, I just, like, let's move on.
Cappy Archer says, unpopular opinion, I liked Salt. That is an unpopular opinion.
I didn't see it.
It's an Angelina Jolie movie. Yeah. That is good in parts.
Okay.
There's good parts to Salt.
Okay.
Mostly Angelina Jolie. Like, she can carry a movie.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
I'm excited because I think that Gal Gadot right now is the perfect choice to, like, spearhead something like this. And right now she also has the clout to, like, she has the clout on set. And I think the right mindset as well to push this in a direction that we're hoping for. That, like, what am I trying to say? Like they're not going to have... that, like, oh, it's a woman vibe. Like, she's just gonna be like, no, this is what it is. I feel like she is the perfect person for that.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. All right, y'all. This is kind of a funny story, sort of, but it's also kind of not a funny story because a lot of people got scammed out of a lot of money. Police in Manchester, England, this is per the Hollywood Reporter. Police in Manchester, England have arrested 41-year-old Hargobind Tahilramani, allegedly responsible for a long-running scam in which he impersonated Hollywood notables, including Kathleen Kennedy and Wendy Murdoch, and built would-be creatives out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. What's really wonderful about this is this 41-year-old Indonesian man ran a scam where he would convince people that he was, like, a powerful Hollywood producer, and he would get them to come to Indonesia and spend money that he said he was going to reimburse them for, and then he would never reimburse them. So basically he was, like, running this scam where he would be like, all right, once you get there, just pay the cab driver, and then, so, like, people would go and thinking they're going to meet Kathleen Kennedy to make a movie in Indonesia, and then the movie wouldn't be there, they would just, like, end up there and have spent all this money to get there. But the weird part of the story is he only impersonated women.
Oh.
So people called him, like, the con queen of Hollywood and stuff like that. But this dude, like, he impersonated Amy Pascal, who's the head of Sony, Kathleen Kennedy, who's obviously the head of Lucasfilm, as well as just only women. He just pretended to be... It's so bizarre. It's such a bizarre story. He finally got caught.
Wild.
On November 26th, he was Arrested, yeah. But he was the so-called con queen of Hollywood, and it turned out to be this 41-year-old Indonesian man living in Manchester, England.
What?
But, like, my question is, how do you convince people that you are Kathleen Kennedy?
I don't
Without
know.
a phone call. Like, we're at a point now where everything is done over FaceTime.
Yeah.
Like, what meeting are you having via a frickin' email that convinces you to go to Indonesia and spend money?
And, like, does he get any money out of this? Or he just...
hundreds of thousands of dollars, because he set up all the things that they paid for. And so they got to Indonesia, overpaid for things, and that all went to him.
Oh, I thought he was just, like, doing it to, like, put money into, like, the Indonesian, like...
No. He literally was, like, setting people up to give him their money. Claiming that they were going to be reimbursed for all of it, and then there was no reimbursement at the end. There was also no project.
I mean, yeah, that sounds ridiculous. I don't know what could possibly convince me to go to Indonesia without, like...
A phone call.
At least.
Where you sound like Kathleen Kennedy. Like, these women that he's impersonating are super famous.
Yeah. Like
super duper famous. It's just so wild.
I need to know. Like, I need to know how he did it.
You know what? Like, there are people, and like, this is just an honest thing about our industry. There are people who are so desperate to get their thing made, they'll try anything.
Yeah, that's
Kathleen Kennedy wants me to come to Indonesia to make my movie. I guess I'm headed to Indonesia.
Yeah, artists are hungry.
You know, but it's just the fact that he managed to make hundreds of thousands of dollars off of this scam is wild.
It's absurd.
Dirna in the chat says you wouldn't even talk to those women. You'd have meetings with their assistants well before them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry, Kathleen Kennedy is gonna, like, call you up or send you an email. Like, no. It's gonna be, like, her personal assistant's assistant. You know what I mean?
God.
Like,
yeah.
Like, it's just not...
I'm gonna be very honest with you. They're not gonna fly you anywhere until you talk to at least an executive producer.
Yeah.
They're not going to fly you to Indonesia. And here's another... If anyone is about to fall into one of these scams, I'm going to let you know this right now.
Don't do it.
No company making movies is ever going to ask you to pay for your own travel. Because they legally cannot. It violates the union agreements that make these films happen. None of them are going to ask you to fly yourself anywhere.
Yeah. Because
that would be... maybe that's just the actors unions. I don't know if the other... I know the DJ as well. The Directors Guild has the same rules. Like, no one's going to make you fly yourself.
Right.
So don't do it. If someone emails you and says, hey, I need you to fly to Indonesia to come make a movie for Disney. Don't buy a ticket.
Like, don't do it.
I feel bad because I feel like I'm making fun of people for getting, like, taken. And, like, maybe it was more convincing than that.
That's the thing. I want to know what it was.
It's so funny.
And, like, here's the thing. Like, were they union people or non-union people? Like,
I have no idea.
Like, were they like, yeah?
But it was a bunch of people.
Union?
Here's the thing. Like, he clearly had a system that worked. Because this isn't like one time he convinced someone. He convinced a bunch of people to come to Indonesia and spend a lot of their own money to make a movie for Disney. Or Sony.
That's absurd.
It's so good. It's so good. There's a part of me that kind of wishes that he hadn't been caught and that we would just never have known who this illustrious con queen was. You know what I mean? Just for the story. But now...
Oh, God. Someone's going to make a movie about him.
I can't wait. I'm there day one. Are you kidding me? This movie's going to be wild.
Yeah, I need to know. It's going to be like Tiger King, just in a different way. Like, you're just going to be like, what? Like...
Dark Dispatch in the chat is saying that social media gives people the illusion they can interact with celebs easily. Like, bear in mind, Lou Diamond Phillips follows me and tagged me on tweets. So I kind of say people can be deluded. The difference is on social media they're verified.
Yeah, like you get verified if you have that level of celebrity status. Mm-hmm. You know, like and maybe some people don't know that. Maybe some people don't know that.
Maybe, yeah. I feel like a series would be good. Re420 says, I can't wait for the Netflix series on him. You could do a good series. Like, there's some good, like, Indonesian actors right now.
Better get writing.
Oh, nah, that's not my story to tell.
No.
No, let's find some Indonesian writers. You know what I mean? Let's, because I want that authentic Indonesia in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to hire the people who know that world.
Yeah.
And are gonna tell it right.
Yeah.
Plot twist, they did have Zoom calls. He was just that good of an actor.
He's like a professional makeup artist.
I just love the idea of this 41-year-old Indonesian man sitting in a makeup chair with a team of people turning him into Kathleen Kennedy.
Or maybe he like did it himself and he made like a TikTok of it, you know? Like
that's so funny.
I love it.
My God.
It's like a full Mrs. Doubtfire.
He's got a rubber mask.
Yeah, exactly. I buy it. I buy it.
My God.
Guys, this is the movie. This is the TV
This
series.
is the movie. That's not what happened in real life. Muddles Party says he went full Eddie Murphy on them. Exactly, Muddles. That is so funny.
That is what I need in my life. Give this man an Oscar, yeah.
I don't care if that's not what actually happened. That's what I want the TV show to be.
Yeah, this is what I needed in my life.
Oh my God. Just like this middle-aged brown man impersonating a bunch of white women to scam writers out of money.
Oh God.
It would be such a funny.
I mean, I would watch it, hands down.
Hello there. My name is Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah, I need that in my life. That is unfortunate for those people, but it is definitely funny.
The best part is that movie would probably win like best makeup at the Oscars.
Yeah, 100%. For sure.
Muddles 40, I want to hire him for voice work when he's out of prison. Exactly. Wargamer says, well, when someone makes an offer, how many of us do research, get resumes and referrals like we should? Find someone, a third party that has had a positive experience. Wargamer, that is me 100%. I don't do anything without talking to someone and being like, hey, do you know this person?
Yeah, especially like for like my modeling and stuff.
Yeah, like, oh God, yeah.
That's a big part of what we do. And, you know, I understand that that's not the case for everybody.
But I also do that because I've been screwed over a few times.
Yeah.
In my acting career. Like, I've been in a couple of situations where I messed up.
Oh.
Well, where I, like, took jobs that, like, were bad.
Yeah.
I've worked for some creatives in the business that were like trying to take advantage of me or trying to like take my money and I've never gotten in so far as to like actually lose money on any of it or like and I've walked away from stuff midstream, but I've definitely like almost been scammed a lot.
Yeah, I actually was like hired to do this like short film. And I didn't do it because what happened was we got like closer and closer to the date and they kept changing things on me. Originally it was in Toronto and this was the case, and then it was like 2 hours from Toronto, and then I'd have to get myself there, and then like the date changed, and then the script changed, and suddenly I had like a nude shower scene with another lady, and I was like, that's not how this works. No. Like, nope, it was the day before, and I was like, nope. And it's just interesting because they were probably like, actors canceling and being all like, and I'm like, I'm sorry. That is something that you have to disclose.
I don't get naked for free.
I
don't understand why that's complicated for people to understand. Like, if you are not going to pay anything, there's no nudity in your project.
Or you have to put it in the casting call. No, you can't try to hide it.
If you're not going to pay anything, there's no nudity in your project.
I know, but some people still try.
I'm sorry, but like if that is a hard rule in our industry, and if you break that rule, you suck.
Yeah,
if
a lot of people break that rule.
$0, there is zero nudity in the project.
Yeah.
Stop trying to take advantage of women.
It was just like wild. I was like, how did this go from like it was like in the casting call it was like there will be a kissing scene, and I was like, fine, whatever. And then evolved into a naked shower scene with another lady, and I was like, what is this?
And then you show up
film?
on set, and it's like you're just suddenly in a porno, and you're like, what happened?
Literally, like
this escalated quickly.
Yeah,
this got out of hand fast.
Yeah, like I was supposed to be playing like
Ron Burgundy.
I was supposed to be playing a serial killer, so I was excited at first. I was like, cool, this is going to be like a fun role.
The idea of you as a serial killer is so funny to me.
Thanks. I'm an actor, okay?
Best quote, $0, zero nudity.
It's true.
That's a Nerdy Nightly promise.
Wow. You heard it here, folks.
I want a shirt now that says $0, zero nudity.
We'll put that on our merch store.
We'll put that on the merch store later today. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Thank you, Rebel. I'd be the best because you would not suspect me in the slightest.
Yeah, but like, one of the things about being a serial killer is that you have to move bodies.
Uh-huh. Your point?
Exactly.
I work out, okay?
Glad to know Clarence has an outlet for her murdery, stabby tendencies. She does like to stab me.
What?
Well, those nails are so long.
I'm sorry.
Like, she put these press-ons that are just, they're aggressive. Be
I like
aggressive.
that.
Be aggressive.
I like them. They're fun. Okay. Leave me alone.
All right, next news story is a doozy because how many streaming services are there?
17.
No. There's a billion.
47.
There's infinite. There are infinite streaming services, but there's about to be one more because Discovery, you know Discovery, that channel that you like sometimes watched occasionally late at night because nothing else was on?
Like Discovery, like where they show animals and stuff?
Yes. Discovery Plus is coming to the streaming service catalog. You can get Discovery Plus for $5 a month or $7 if you don't want ads. You can pay $5 a month for Discovery Plus and still get ads to watch like aquarium feeds, I guess. I don't really know.
Aquarium feeds? I mean, is Steve Irwin on Discovery? Is that...
Steve Irwin has not been alive.
No, I
for
know.
Many years.
But I'm sure they rerun his stuff constantly.
He's
an icon. Okay.
He's an icon. Oh, I just thought, yeah. Okay.
No, did he work for Discovery or was it? Am I just completely getting that wrong?
He might have had stuff on Discovery, but he wasn't an American. He was making stuff in Australia. So
okay.
Muddlesword in the chat says he thinks that was Animal Planet, which might be owned by Discovery.
I don't know.
I don't really know. I'm confused. I'm just confused. Like,
well, especially because they have stuff like this on Netflix, like Planet Earth.
Well, and there's stuff like this on Disney has the National Geographic, but it's true. Part of Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I mean? Like, it's not its own service. I don't know who's going to be paying for this.
Yeah, I don't really know how they're going to be making money.
Who is like, I watch so much Discovery content that it is worth it to me to pay specifically for that. There's too many streaming services.
Yep.
There's already too many.
Yep.
And this is a dumb one.
Yeah.
This is a dumb streaming service. Bundle it with something else. If you want to do this, get together with other people and get a bunch of streaming services that are bundled together for something. But like, don't try and make Discovery Plus a thing.
I mean, yeah, here's the thing.
It's not going to be a thing, Gretchen.
If Discovery, like, if they were like, let's partner with Netflix, let's partner with HBO, like, whatever it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, they just get, like, a small cut of it, and they don't have to worry about any of the logistics. I just really don't know how much money they're going to make. Re20 would do it, apparently, would sign up for it.
You would sign up for Discovery Plus for 420?
It's just...
All right.
It's just, like, I can find their content on, like, the other platforms that I already have.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like, I mean, I wouldn't, but there must be some... that like, there's obviously people out there who would, or otherwise they wouldn't be doing this.
What's really interesting to me is that Discovery owns the History Channel. And we were talking about how... Did we talk about it yesterday? But Vikings is heading into its final season. We might not have talked about that.
Yes,
if you're a Vikings fan, the trailer for their final season just premiered. But Vikings isn't going to be on this because Vikings is now on Amazon Prime property.
Yeah.
So like the one original series that Discovery kind of owned is not going to be on this streaming service because it's on Amazon Prime, and the sequel to Vikings, which should essentially be on Discovery Plus, won't be there because that's going to be on Netflix. But Discovery now has a streaming service for history.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very confusing.
I feel insane. Like, I feel insane. Yeah. And honestly, like, there is not enough money in people's bank accounts Because we're not Jeff Bezos. We're regular people. And I don't have money to spend $5 a month on every single channel. Like, we're literally past the point of cable now. In order to get what you used to get on cable, you have to spend infinitely more. Partially because HBO is so expensive. HBO Max is $15. But Netflix, for like a normal Netflix plan, if you have a bunch of screens, it's going to be $13, $14. Like, it just doesn't... none of this makes sense to me anymore.
Yeah, that you can only ask for people to pay for so many monthly subscriptions. I mean, Raven says that they would also get Discovery Plus. And so, you know, obviously there are people who would like to sign up for it. It's definitely not our thing, I don't think. It's just, you are asking people to sign up for too many things.
I think people would sign up for it and then cancel when they realize they don't really... Like, I don't know how much content you're actually going to consume from this kind of streaming service.
Yeah, I would like to see, like, what's on there specifically.
The difference between a streaming service and a channel on television is you can, like, find stuff on TV. Like, sometimes you'll end up on the Discovery Channel because you're just, like, on the guide and you're like, oh, that show looks good, I'll watch that right now.
Yeah.
A streaming service is something that you have to choose to go to.
Yeah. To
find stuff on it. Like, you're never streaming through all of the content on all your streaming services at the same time because it's just not possible. You can't even stream through all of Netflix at once. Yeah. Like, scrolling through Netflix is the most, like... It's the most anxiety-riddling experience.
Yeah, there's just too much.
I only open Netflix if I already know what I want to watch.
Yeah, exactly. Derna says that it'll eventually settle down and the channels will fail to earn. And we already saw that with Quibi, you know.
Oh,
like Quibi already.
Yeah. Quibi, DC Universe is gone. They're gonna fail, Darna. My question is, everyone knows that a bunch of these are going to fail, and that they're going to lose a crap ton of money in failing, because the startup costs are insanely high. Yeah. So a lot of these companies are setting themselves up to lose money. You know what I mean? Like, they're just like, let's pour millions of dollars into something, and then let's never see a return on that investment. Yeah. And a bunch of us are going to lose our jobs for it.
Well, how much did Quibi, how much did Quibi invest? So much money is absurd.
I think they raised $2 billion. We talked about that so long ago.
I know, we talked about it, and I don't even remember. Yeah, I don't know. I'm the same, though. Like, I have to, I open up Netflix most of the time if I already know what I'm going to watch. And if I open up Netflix and I don't already know what I'm going to watch, I usually end up closing Netflix and not watching anything because I get overwhelmed.
Do you want to know what's funny? One of the original things for the show is going to be a show with Kevin Hart called Route 66. It will be a road trip series that will take the comedian from Chicago to LA. So it's going to be a road trip series. What's hilarious about that is Kevin Hart is in all of these streaming services. Yeah. Like, Kevin Hart is on every streaming service except Disney Plus, including Quibi. Kevin Hart had Die Hart, which was a series on Quibi. Like, I feel like Kevin Hart is willing to do anything. Yeah.
He's like, I'm bored, I need to work.
For good reason. Kevin Hart is hilarious. Like, I love him. We watched his comedy special, his new comedy special, and it was great. I really enjoyed Zero F's Given. Yeah. Hey, I didn't swear.
You did. I'm proud of you.
And so, but like, I love the idea that Kevin Hart having a show on your streaming service is a sign that it's not going to go well.
Wow.
Kevin Hart's going to be fine. Discovery Plus,
Yeah, I think it is a niche market. I don't know if they're going to make money, but, we're going to see.
Though, unlike a lot of streaming services, Discovery Plus will be doing 25 countries in its first year, including the Nordics, which I don't think is a country, Hollywood Reporter.
The Nordics?
Yeah, they just wrote, including the Nordics. I've never heard them called the Nordics.
If I were to guess, I would think that was, like, the Netherlands, but...
No? I think that means, like, a group of countries.
The Nordics, the Netherlands. Yeah,
does anyone know what the Nordics are? Because I don't. The sentence says, the service has already begun rolling out to subscribers in the UK and Ireland. Discovery Plus will launch in 25 countries within its first year, including the Nordics, the Netherlands, Italy, and Spain. Is that Sweden, Norway, and Finland? Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
I've just never heard it called the Nordics.
Yeah, me neither.
We
learned something.
That's an interesting name for it.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Y'all, we have some interesting COVID-19 news today.
Yes.
companies are going to have to, and there's been a new agreement with film production companies and the unions around the holidays in particular, because there is a big concern that actors going home for the holidays is going to lead to an uptick in COVID cases on sets. Mm-hmm. And so producers are going to have to submit plans to the unions for how they're going to handle this holiday uptick and how they're going to handle testing. And so in order to stay filming, the unions are pressuring the producers of these films to up their testing, and you have to have a plan. So every film production that is going to keep going with union actors, writers, directors, producers, everything like that, is going to have a plan in place for how they're going to make sure that COVID-19 does not come back to set with them for Christmas.
Gotcha.
They did a smaller version of this for the Thanksgiving holiday that seems to have been a success, because it has not yet, obviously, it could still be coming.
No, for sure, but it's a good start.
But there has not yet been an uptick in COVID-19 cases on film sets.
Yeah.
But there is they're extending that for Christmas, and their plans have to be in place by the end of next week, in order to make sure that we are staying safe with film production, that film production can continue despite the pandemic and the rising number of pandemic numbers in the United States. I loved seeing this article when I woke up. I really did. I think that it is such a vital, active step. And I think that we need to be seeing more active steps in prevention, and I'm happy to see that the unions are taking this seriously.
Absolutely. I think it sets a good example for what other companies, for what everyone else should be doing. Because you can't, you can't just, hope and pray. Like, having a plan, I think, is a really awesome, I think those preventative measures are going to make all the difference in the world.
Well, and one big part of the plan is that the companies have to produce realistic numbers about what tests are available to them and how many of those tests are available.
Right.
And so these companies are going to be in a position where they have to make sure that they have enough tests before it happens, as opposed to scrambling after Christmas to make sure. Yeah. And so we're taking 2 weeks before people come back from their Christmas holidays. They're already going to have enough testing and everything in place so that there's no scramble. Because the problem, this happens a lot, coming back from the Christmas break, is everything kind of starts shooting usually the first week of January at the same time.
Yeah.
And so what happens is there's this big scramble. In New York City, you see it every year. There's this big scramble for equipment and everything.
Yeah.
As people try and all start filming at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a week of a mess before everything kind of settles down to what people are used to. And so I'm just, the fact that there are people that are in charge of these things, as a Sag-Aftra member, I'm really happy to see Sag-Aftra messing up some other stuff, but leading the charge on this. We talked about the fact that Sag-Aftra actors are suing the health insurance from the union yesterday. But just knowing that there are people taking this seriously and continuing to take this seriously, despite the fact that some people seem to be bored of taking it seriously.
People seem to be over it. And I'm like, well, that's nice for you. But that's not how science works.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm over this whole gravity thing.
Guys, I'm so tired of having to eat. I think I'm just gonna stop eating.
I'm just gonna absorb the sunlight. I'm over energy producing a human. I'm gonna become a plant and photosynthesize.
But the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I'm just gonna become a breatharian.
Great. You can have us back. I'm kidding. I love you.
But yeah, no. It's honestly, it is good. It's just a good story of people doing the right thing in the right direction and taking care of the people who work under them. Because here's the thing: for a lot of the people who work on these films, the gaffers, the crew guys, and women and non-binary people, everyone in front of the camera and behind the camera, for the majority of them, they're not in control.
No,
they're at the behest of what the producers want to do.
Yeah.
And so it is good to see that the producers are being held to account to make sure that their health and safety is taken care of.
Absolutely.
And I just want to keep saying that. I want to keep pushing out these positive stories. I want to keep talking about the things where companies are doing the right thing to make sure that this pandemic doesn't hit home in our industry.
Yes.
Because it's important to me, especially for those people who aren't making millions of dollars to be on set. Who are making... Some of those PAs don't even make minimum wage to work on movie sets, and they need to be taken care of and protected. And I want to make sure that no one ends up in a life-threatening situation because they were making a movie.
Yep, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's my thought.
No, it's a nice it's a positive, like a little bit of positivity, which is nice surrounding the whole pandemic.
In video game news, we're big Dungeons & Dragons fans.
Yes.
And there is a big Dungeons & Dragons game coming out soon, Baldur's Gate 3. But you're like, David, Baldur's Gate 3, that's already out. People are playing it. No. It is in early access. It is an early access edition of the game. And their big patch number 3 is coming.
Yes. However, it's not all good news.
Well, it is good news for the game.
It's good news for the game.
But it's complicated news for the players.
Yes.
Because patch 3 is such a drastic update to the game before its release that your save files from patch 1 and 2 will not carry forward.
Yeah.
So no matter how many hours you put into the game so far, in order to continue playing past the patch, if you do download the patch, you are going to lose your game up until this point.
Yeah.
And some people have put hundreds of hours into this game so far.
Yeah, I mean, the early access has been out for a while now. And I've heard mixed things, but a lot of like positive and hopeful thoughts. There are things that like haven't worked. Obviously, it's beta; it's not fully released. But like the idea and the concept of the game is really exciting for people. So I just I don't know, that sucks because there are definitely people out there who have put a lot of time into this game already.
Yeah, I think that when we were like, I want to play this, but like let's wait until it comes out. This is kind of what I was talking about. Like,
yeah, I'm very glad. Baldur's Gate 3 Muddles is the game that we're talking about.
Some of the other patches, one of them is funny. It's to tamp down the fire, and the fire effects in the game. Because apparently, we were playing Divinity 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, my character in Divinity 2 is just always on fire.
Yeah.
Every time a fight starts, everything is immediately lit. At least someone lights the entire world on fire in every fight.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to see a Dungeons & Dragons game get rid of that.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need more of like... Oh, I'm burning again. Great. Cool.
The patch also gets rid, the patch also has a new reward system to encourage people to not employ the typical party of murder hobos tactic common in most Dungeons & Dragons game. I had never heard a Dungeons & Dragons team called a party of murder hobos, but that is the funniest, most true statement I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's let's go around and just kill everything we come across.
Yeah, so the new reward system introduces rewards for avoiding combat situations, whether in dialogue or through exploration and environmental puzzle solving, which is interesting. I think I'll probably still be a murder hobo. Because like when we were playing Divinity 2, we were like, let's kill this whole town. Well, that's not what we said. I accidentally started a fight that made us murder the whole town.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an accident.
Wargamester says murder hobo is an old D&D term.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I want a murder hobo t-shirt now. There's so many t-shirts I want, you guys.
We're just gonna have a whole closet full of t-shirts. No, Models, it was literally an accident. It was like,
literally an
accident. Shoot, we attacked this person.
No, I misclicked.
Yeah.
I literally pressed the wrong button, and we had to murder a whole town because of it.
And then the whole town attacked us, so we killed them all.
But yeah, so this big patch, it's making the game better, which is good for me because I don't have 100 hours into a save file yet. But if you are in that save file, there are ways around it. If you go to Kotaku.com, they have a guide for how to keep your patch 2 save going for as long as you want it to. Eventually, you're going to play the full real game once it's released. You are going to have to lose that save file, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, beat the game and then start with a different class. Start with a different character. The fun thing about games like this is you can play them so differently.
Oh, God, I'm so excited for this game.
Yeah, I am as well.
When it's fully released. I tend not to play beta games just because I get frustrated very easily. But Baldur's Gate 3 is one of those ones I'm very excited for. Yeah,
I don't play a lot of early access, but that has been different since the Twitch stuff. Because now I'm like, I want to play demos. I want when stuff comes out, I want to play it as soon as I can.
Yeah, I get that.
Phasmophobia is still technically an early release.
That's true.
Early access.
That's true. I have.
Although I have a feeling Phasmophobia will never actually be released. I just
is what it is.
I have a feeling that they're just gonna keep updating it, because like, why release it at this point? Yeah. Everyone already owns it.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
It's not like you're gonna see an uptick in sales past what you already have.
Yeah.
Phasmophobia is in a weird place as an early access game where it's just kind of, it's so prolific. It's everyone's got it. Everyone, like, it's, you know, there's times when it's been in the top 5 on Twitch already.
Oh, for sure.
I can't think of an early access game that actually accomplished what Phasmophobia did.
Not in the same way.
Especially as a single developer studio. Like, unbelievable.
Yeah, that guy is laughing to the bank.
I hope so. I hope he's making money.
Honestly, like, he crushed it.
Yeah, he did. It's a great game. I love Phasmophobia.
Mm-hmm.
Where I last night even, like, I was playing Diablo 2 with Tommy Tsunami, and a bunch of people in my chat were like, we should play Phasmophobia soon. So we're gonna get a little quest, a little team together, and we're gonna be a party of murder hobos.
In Phasmophobia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure.
We're gonna kill ghosts. I don't know if you can kill ghosts, but we're gonna try.
Okay. I wish you all the best.
I appreciate that. Y'all, before we go tonight, tonight, it is 11 o'clock in the morning.
It's the morning.
I want to take a quick moment. It's a bit of a sad story, but I just want to take a quick moment to acknowledge the passing of Hugh Keys Byrne. I hope I pronounced that last name right. He is from Mad Max Fury Road. You would know him as the villain's toe cutter, and in Mad Max, he was earlier toe cutter, brought back in Fury Road as Immortan Joe, the leader of the bad guys, I guess. Big face mask, very, very recognizable, incredible actor. Also was in Farscape.
Okay.
The science fiction television show. And George Miller actually loved working with him so much as toe cutter before Immortan Joe that he was going to make him Martian Manhunter in his Justice League movie that he was making back in the 2000s. Mm-hmm. That unfortunately never happened. He was 73 years old. And honestly, I just wanted to acknowledge his passing because he is an incredible actor. Immortan Joe especially was just a remarkable performance.
Yeah.
That was iconic in an instant way. You know, that movie's not very old, and yet that performance already feels iconic. Yeah. He's an iconic villain now to me, and I just, it's sad. It's we seem to be losing people frequently now in this world, and this is one that I was sad to see. He's a very, very talented actor who's been working for 50 years in the industry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say, rest in peace, and to all of his friends, family, and loved ones. We're thinking about you today. Because the dude was kind of a legend.
Yeah. He definitely, made a name for himself.
Mm-hmm.
And has a really wonderful legacy to leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
Yeah. And so, stay crumb. That's from the movie. They shoot their mouths with spray paint. That movie's insane. It's so good.
Yeah, it's something.
It really is so good.
We gotta watch it again, I think.
Yeah, we should.
It's been long enough that I'm like, I wanna do that again.
We should do all of the Mad Maxes, because that's the only Mad Max you've seen, right?
That's the only one I've
seen.
So
we should do Thunderdome as one of the Catching Up Clarus episodes.
Great.
For our new podcast that's coming out soon.
Soon. Yeah.
Soon.
We're gonna get that to you all very quickly. Soon.
Oh, what a show. Guys, thank you for joining us for a morning show. We did another one. How many of these have we done now? Like 52? 54? I think this is 54.
Yeah?
Wow.
Sounds about right. I don't know.
Wow. 54, maybe. I can't count.
And you know what? We would have to go back and look.
We would literally have to go back.
I'm not sure.
I'm sure there's a way I could figure... Because I could just go into the YouTube and see how many videos are in that playlist.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That'd be easy to find out.
For sure. We just haven't looked.
Because we just do this every day.
Yeah. No, I love
it. Y'all, thank you. It's so fun starting our days with you. Mm-hmm. Especially right now, because we're in like a hard quarantine. We're not allowed to leave the apartment because of my trip to New York.
Yeah.
And so we are, we don't see anyone. We're all by ourselves.
Yeah, it's just us.
Hammontators wants us to celebrate the 69th show.
I don't know how we're going to do that.
Is Christmas... Christmas is a Thursday, right?
No. Friday.
Friday, okay.
I think.
Because our 69th show will be a Thursday.
Yeah, no, it's Friday.
Oh, okay. So Christmas Eve might be our 69th show.
Not if today is our 50... Well, math. Numbers. We'll figure it out later.
The 69th show will be on Patreon. Even Patreon, we couldn't get away with that, Rebel Trooper.
Yeah, I don't think that's what Patreon is for.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OnlyFans then, yeah. Dude. Yeah. For our 69th show, we will start an OnlyFans account.
Sounds good. You can put your Ron Burgundy on there. It'll be great.
I'm going to start an OnlyFans account that is not nude at all.
It's
that is like
Ron
the
Burgundy.
most clothed. In fact, it's actually just every photo I get more clothed. Until I'm wearing like 97 sweaters.
Great, let's do it.
I can't move my arms. You have to like peel them off of me one by one. It takes us an hour to get out of it.
Oh my god.
Mustache ride with Ron Burgundy. Exactly, Richard Simpson.
Oh god, I hate that. David is going to be streaming later today.
I am. I will see you all. I might get on early, but I at the latest I'll be on by 3 o'clock. We're playing some Valhalla.
Yeah.
Because I'm obsessed with that game, and I want to get as far into it as I can before Cyberpunk comes out next week, because I'm worried about my health after Cyberpunk comes out.
Yeah.
I'm concerned for myself.
I'll just periodically bring you snacks and water.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. And you'll be on Saturday for Skyrim Saturday.
Yes, Skyrim Saturday. We finally learned how to summon an undead army, so come check that out because it's pretty badass.
And for all our patrons, keep your eyes peeled for our November highlights videos. Those are going to be going up in the Patreon either tonight or tomorrow. And then those are going to go live on the weekend with our streams. Y'all, just Star Wars Sunday this week, I am playing Fortnite for the first time. I've played like 2 rounds of Fortnite. But I'm going to be doing a Fortnite stream because this season of Fortnite is Star Wars. And so I'm going to be checking out the Star Wars content.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to be having some opinions about Fortnite. So come check that out because...
That'd be fun.
I don't know how I'm going to feel about it yet.
Fair.
I'm not one of those people who hates things because other people hate things.
Yeah.
I'm more than willing to love something that everyone else hates. Look at The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
That's a lie. A lot of people like The Last Jedi.
They're wrong.
But, let's not. We can't get into it now. It's the end of the show.
I know. We don't have time.
But yeah. So I'm gonna try Fortnite for myself, and I'm very curious to see if I like it or not.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I might try a little bit off stream, so I'm not so that I like don't spend the entire stream being like, how does the buttons work?
Yeah.
Watch a button.
Hey
guys.
You know what? That's fair.
There's games where I boot up to play on stream, and I'm like, does anyone know how to jump? Mm-hmm. Can't figure out how to jump.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm also notorious for skipping through the tutorials at the beginning.
Same, especially if I'm on stream, because I'm like, oh, this is boring.
This is boring. And then I'm like, wait, how do I do this thing? And my chat is like, if you had read the frickin' text on screen, David, if you had read it. Yeah. I don't know what these hands are.
That is definitely me. And Twitch Sings next Sunday.
Y'all, thank you so much for being here. This has been a fun show.
Yes.
My name's David Webb.
I'm Arielle Edwards.
Do something nerdy tonight.
Bye.
Bye.